Welcome to Top Shelf Men. I'm Reese. Today, we're going to talk about a video I came across on Twitter. The reason I wanted to share this video is because this video surmises what is wrong with the mentality that Western women have. The fact that they're masculinized and the fact that they think that their youth, beauty, and fertility is evergreen. Let's take a look.
I'm sitting here with just this horrible realization. I've been divorced for 3 years, and in that 3 years, I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child. And not only have I taken that time, but I've done the math, and it does not work out. I am not young enough, or fertile enough, or financially stable enough to even do another round of IVF. And at 36, I'm sorry, you're gonna say, you have time. I don't. Because I can't spend another minute of my life trying to make something work when I'm just fighting upstream. I don't have a support system. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources or the community. And it just kills me. It kills me that I had embryos with my ex-husband that were viable, and they're just gone now. And my future with those children.
Well, that's a lot to unpack. Let's go over what she said. First thing that she mentions is that she's been divorced for 3 years. And statistically speaking, we can guess that it's likely that she's the one who initiated the divorce. And the reason for that is that women are taught that their youth and beauty and fertility is evergreen in the West. So, for whatever reason, when women become unhappy in a marriage, it's easy for them to think, well, I'll just divorce him and I'll try again. Because there's no sense of urgency for women to start families, to basically be fulfilled women. They are lied to and they're being told that you get an education, you go to college, and you become a working man, a working woman. And basically, most women fall for that lie. So it's very easy for them to divorce because they feel that they don't depend on their husband financially. So it's like, oh well, this isn't working out for me, so let me move on. That's why divorce is, particularly no-fault divorces, have really damaged society. Next, she mentions that she has spent the last 3 years that she's been divorced figuring out how to be physically, mentally, and financially able to afford a child by herself. The reason she thinks this way is because her thinking is masculinized. She thinks that she can have a child and be mother and father both to this child. And the reality is that women are selective breeders because they're trying to find a man who to have children with who can be able to provide, be mentally strong for the both of them for whatever, comes away, because having a child is not easy, and is financially stable to be able to afford to take care of the family. But because her thinking is westernized, masculinized, whatever you want to call it, she thinks that it's no problem being both. Actually, she's expected to be able to be both for a child. And that's normal, which obviously it's not. Then she mentions that she isn't young or fertile enough. And she's absolutely right about that. Actually, under medical terms, any pregnancy with a woman aged 35 or older is considered a geriatric pregnancy. So she's absolutely right about that, but she realized that just now. Women's youth, beauty, and fertility isn't evergreen, and you're constantly be hearing in the media, oh, she's having her baby at 35, she's having her baby at 40, she's having her baby at 50. The reality is that this makes news for two reasons. One, because it's rare, risky, and uncommon. And two, because when it gets repeated enough, people will just assume that, oh, having children at these ages is completely natural and normal when it's not. Chances for mental illness go up in the children, and chances for developmental disorders and genetic disorders go up exponentially each year that these women put off having children age 35 and up. Next in the video, she mentions about IVF for in vitro fertilization. And from personal experience, I know that the process, from talking to women, it's very painful, it's very invasive, and especially here in the US, it's very expensive. It can cost anywhere from $11,000 to $15,000. So as much as they keep saying, well, there's other fertility options for women to have children later in life, they don't mention to them how prohibitively expensive, invasive, and painful these procedures are. But they keep acting like, it's normal. Just do it. You have time. It's unlimited. Then she talks about not having a support system, but yet she is divorced. This is part of the entitlement mentality with women in the West, and that is that, she got divorced from her husband regardless of the reason, but you have to understand that you divorced yourself from somebody. That means that you broke a lot of connections, you broke a lot of dynamics that were relationships that you made with either their family or their friends, and those are not available to you anymore. But what about her own family? What about her own parents? If she doesn't have a support system or anybody to be there for her, that is actually her fault. The same way that I tell top shelf men that you have to build your own tribe of men to keep your head on straight when things get tough, that also entails that you have to offer those men value as well as they're offering you value too. And there's no such thing as, oh, well, I deserve a support system. Nobody's helping me. It's you earn that. So it's kind of weird considering her situation that she complains about not having a support system in place. Next, she says the weirdest thing in the whole video, where she says that she had viable embryos with her ex-husband, and they're just gone now. So they magically disappeared. What happened? And it's kind of interesting that she goes into that, yet doesn't really elaborate on that. Finally, she ends the video crying about the future she wanted to have with her children. And this really emphasizes the point of the solipsism, the selfishness that Western modern women are taught to have. And that is, she wants, the children that she wants, that she wanted to have. But what about those children needing a father and a mother, needing to grow up in a household where they see their father and their mother being opposite but complementary to each other, and where they feel protected because they have, the discipline from the father, the love from the mother, and the financial security that comes from having both? These women don't think about that. Everything is only about them. This is why when single mothers have children, they always mess up their kids. The daughters become promiscuous, the sons either become criminals or they become kind of shut-ins from being put on drugs so that they don't act hyperactive or explore, or they're, pushed with a whole gender ideology stuff. Because the reality is that when these women have children, it's never about their own children. It's always about themselves. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also share this on social media to help, get the word out. So this is Reese. See you next video. Peace.